The following are examples of reptiles. Which one is not? Crocodile is a reptile. Salamander is an amphibian. Snake is a reptile. Chameleon is a reptile. Therefore, salamander is not a reptile. Zawadi, so matter putting jacket during the cold from what? It can be concluded that animals move, respond to changes in the environment, reproduce, feed. Respond to the changes in the environment. Water can be made safe by hot drinking by you can boil and filtering, filtering and treating and boiling and preserving. It is treating and boiling. Which factors that affect floating and sinking are demonstrated below? You can see this one is a nail. Nail is an iron. Metal is good. This one is good. Therefore, the reason why iron is a zinc is because it is made of this. So it is the material that matters in this case. The part of a computer that is used for processing data is known as the CPU. The monitor ni ya kudisplay, mouse ni ya kutumia, keyboard ni ya typing, mouse is for writing, clicking, all of those. The item shown below can be used for selecting and scrolling. That is the work of the mouse, selecting and scrolling on the desktop or a laptop. Not wanted to use this laptop, but he did not have it. What you would advise? Use a cable? No. Use a mouse? No. Trackpad. So if there is no mouse, you can use the trackpad of the laptop. Which of the following is a green non-flowering plant? Green non-flowering plant. It must be green and then non-flowering. It is the moss. Kimani shouted near a big cliff. After a while, he heard his voice back. Why did he hear his voice back? That's an echo. Because sound travels in all directions. That's not true, right? That's wrong. Because sound can be reflected. Because sound cannot go through a cliff. No, it is because sound can be reflected. Young amphibians breathe through gills and then later through lungs. Young, they will breathe through gills. The following is useful fungi except yeast is useful, mushroom is useful, molds are useful, but ringworms are not. We are able to see items in our environment because light travels in a straight line. Light travels from one eye to the items. Light travels from the item to our eyes. Light travels through a curved pipe. For you to see something, the light from the object must first hit your eyes before you see it. Therefore, the correct answer is C. Light travels from the items to our eyes. That's when you see the item. During a science technology lesson, learners poured water in a container made of wood, plastic, metal, and clay. After some time, they discovered that the water had different levels of heat. Which container do you think had water with the least amount of heat? Least amount of heat. Is it clay, metal, plastic, and wood? It is the metal. Do you know why? Metals are good conductors of heat, so some heat will be lost. But the clay will have the water will be warmer in clay because clay is a poor conductor of heat, does not conduct heat out. Which of the following flying animals belongs to a different different group? Eagle, hawk, vulture. So apart, remember, this is the mammalian. It is a mammalian bird animal, while all of these are birds. So this one is out. Identify the point at which gaseous exchange takes place on the diagram below. Gaseous exchange takes place on point L. Takes place on point where is Y? Gaseous exchange. Which sense organ can sense touch? Touch? It is the skin. Nose and smell. Agriculture. Compost manure adds dust to our crops. Compost manure adds dust to our crops. It adds nutrients. Compost manure adds nutrients to our crops. Applying dry leaves and grass at the base around seedlings is known as mulching. Thus is a gardening practice that allows one to have few healthy plants on the garden. Thinning is a gardening practice that allows one to have few healthy plants on the garden. Irrigation of crops should be done in the morning, evening, night, noon. In the evening. Irrigation should be done in the evening. Which of the following farm tools is used to make the nursery bed level? It should be a rake. Dash is planting seeds by scattering them across the agricultural area. That one is called broadcasting. Which answer has the crops correctly matched with their crop group? Cereals, legume, maize is a cereal, beans is a legume, spinach is a vegetable, so A is correct. Groundnuts, mangoes is not a vegetable. cowpeas, wheat. Wheat is not a legume. Rice, millet is not a legume. So those are the ones that disqualified those answers. An adult male sheep is known as adult male is a ram. Tomato fruits that are ready for harvesting are usually tomato fruits are ready for harvest are usually which color? They are ready for harvesting. Tomatoes ready for harvesting. Red, purple, green, orange. Planting sweet potatoes and cassava on the wood instead of ridges helps to control which type of small animals. Potatoes and cassava on the mold instead of ridges. What improves air circulation on the compost pit? Turning the compost manure frequently. The following are ways of conserving water in farming activities. Which one is not? Weeding is not cover cropping, shading, mulching, but weeding is not a way of preserving water. In grade 5 learners were asked to name indigenous vegetables only. Who gave the correct answer? Why is it advisable not to kill small wild animals that we trap on our land? They are important to the community. They are important to the community. The carrying away of topsoil soil is known as soil erosion. Which one of the following is not a way of taking care of the community recreation facility? Not littering the area. Yeah, you should not. Plant trees around the area, teaching people on how to take care of the facility. Drawing graffiti on the walls of the facility. Physical education is planting trees around the area. That is not. What is the very first step of managing an open wound? Securing the wound with a bandage, clean the wound, cover the wound with an adhesive strip, ensure the bleeding stops by applying pressure. You should clean the wound first. The following are causes of nose bleeding. Which one is not? High altitude can cause injury in the nose, low blood pressure, breathing disorder. So C is not a cause. In the game of softball, the defending team is referred to as fielding team. 36. Which one of the following is an importance of sliding in softball? To avoid injury. In the game of rounders, how can fielders put out batters? By stamping the post they are running to. Stamping the post they are running to. Which of the following statements is true about a variable? Each team has 5 members. The court is square in shape. The court measures 16 by 8. The court is divided into 2 halves by a center line. Tag rugby game is characterized by tagging. Which of the following is an advantage of traditional house? They are easy to construct. Which of the following is not a fragile utensils? A thermos is very fragile. Metallic plate is not. But these ones are fragile. But this metallic plate is not fragile. Fragile ni ile inakunjika kwa haraka kama grass. The following factors are to consider when choosing food for the general grocery. Identify the main factor from the given factors. The main factor for the food for the grocery is to check when it is going to expire. That is the main expiry date of the food. The following advantages of using shopping list. Which one is not? Saves time, reduce waste, enables one to buy a lot of items. No. It helps one to buy what most needed. When Kamau was preparing food, he certainly noticed that the fuel he was using was finished. Which type of fuel do you think Kamau was using? Gas. That must be a gas. What is the best method of providing housing that Kansungu should use to provide a house for his family? He should build a house. Building and not renting or buy. Which one of the following communicable diseases can be spread by sharing personal items? Malaria, cough, colds. Personal items can be spread by chicken pox.